Hey there, good morning. It's Wednesday, February 4, and it is warmer out, 34 degrees now. I woke up, it was above freezing. How you like them apples? That's good. I got my meeting later this afternoon for my book project thing, and I actually got all my work done for it Saturday, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. One of the other people on the team finished a chapter that is in our shared folder now, and I have yet to read it, but I'm going to read it before we go today. Yesterday, Tuesday, normally I pick my kids up from school on Tuesdays and keep them through the evening. But yesterday, the school was closed because so many people are sick, both on faculty and staff, and then also the kids. So my older son came over here from his mom's house to chill all day, but my younger son, he's 10 years old, and he is sick as a dog. His fever got up to 103 yesterday, which is too dang hot. Hey, naughty kitty, what are you doing? Golly, this kitten, I tell you what, it's like, yeah, stay on your toes. Anyhow, my younger son and his stepdad were both very sick and feverish yesterday. I haven't heard today. Anyhow, this is my middle of the week work day. I usually do not have my kids here. They're not here now. I usually knock out my record. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. This kitten is up to no good over here. Be good. It's my squirt bottle. I have a spray bottle I've been getting him with. Anyhow, sorry. I know this is not going very well, is it? I apologize for wasting your time. I have a couple records to mail out. That's one of my other many side hustles, as I sell vinyl records online and in person. And I got a bunch I got two to send out today. I also have one being sent to me, a record that I picked up a couple weeks ago that was sent to me, and it is apparently in post office hell, going around the country to cities it shouldn't be at now, and it should have been here Monday. And it got from Seattle to Olathe, which is not terribly far from where I live, but then instead of coming over here where I needed to be, it went back up the opposite way, and now it's bouncing around somewhere around the Great Lakes or something. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it's annoying. So just try to keep my mental health on the upside. I got lots of sunlight yesterday, which is good. A little overcast today, but it's at least temperature's up. I need to make a bunch of money. That's every day, of course. I have all these ideas, but it's like they either require more resources than I have to get set up, or more follow-through energy than I can promise I'm going to be able to consistently deliver. You know, it's pitfalls, man. As I was talking about yesterday, economy of scale, that's real, you know. I used to co-own and then later solely own a donut shop where we made everything from scratch every day. Like the vast majority of donut shops in the modern age, in the United States anyway, make all their product out of pre-mixed bags, like cake mix bags, you know. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I love a donut, you know. That's not criticism, but that's not how we did it. We did it with milk, and we did it with flour raised near where I live and ground. We did it with butter and eggs and, you know, things like that. Real sugar, real vanilla extract, you know. And I had a big commercial kitchen. I had a giant fryer that had a conveyor in it, so you could just donuts. And, you know, I could give me about an hour and a half, I can make 40 dozen donuts. Nearly 500 donuts in one shot. I cannot do that at home. You know, when I was developing donut recipes here at the house, I think the maximum size batch that I could get was like 4 dozen, you know. So, at economy of scale, again, that's real shit. And it's hard to overcome, you know. It's like if I could make some money selling these cookies I've been making and cookie bars and things, but you just have to be able to make a lot of them at once in a small amount of time to make it worth doing, you know. Anyway, that's just rehashing yesterday. Sorry. I am going to get on it and see where this day takes me. Yeah, mail out records, go to my meeting. Let's see if I can sneak in at least one more thing in there to maybe. I have a bunch of records that need to be graded and listed on my online store. And getting over that inertia hump to get started on that is dreadful, because the thing is here is I don't like to start a job unless I think I'm able to finish it. You know what I mean? Because there are many jobs around here that are half finished, and I try to avoid adding to that pile. I like to get into something when I know that I have the follow through to get all the way from the beginning to the end. And when I do that, I really make things happen. Last summer, I spent some time, I sold batches of cookies in exchange for rolls of house insulation, and I repaired all the holy walls in my garage outside. My garage was built in the 30s, and it was dreadful. But I patched the holes in the walls, and I insulated all the walls around. I actually put on a new door, and then I put up a pegboard wall. So I have just finished walls in my garage now. I even like wired it for electricity and stuff. That was an enormous amount of follow through. Oh yeah. But I did it, and because I waited until I knew I was going to be able to get my mind right and do it, and I did it. And I built a shed since then too, from a box kit, you know, which is also like required some real stick-to-itiveness. So I'm capable of it, you know. I show myself over and over again. It's like, you know, you're smart enough to do it, and you're strong enough to do it, and you have the ability and everything. It's just like getting into that mode where I just know that physically and mentally, okay, I'm ready. That's the hard part. And it looks like laziness, I think, to the outside. Sometimes it feels like laziness internally because, you know, we're all programmed in the capitalist West to think that if we're not being productive in some way, then we're fucked up, you know, or we're taking advantage or something, which I don't believe that, and I find it a dreadful form of brainwash that has been, you know, imposed upon us in the West, and it's dreadful. It's bad for people's mental health. It's bad for everything except for shareholders' bottom lines. But that's a whole other story. Anyway, here I am, old grandpa, just droning on. I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a super Wednesday, and I hope you'll see me back here tomorrow at noon, and I'll talk at you some more. So take care of yourself until then. And, you know, be here now. Here you are. Use it to your advantage. Okay? I'm going to try to do it myself, too. Okay. Bye-bye.